line. Go, go, go. Welcome everybody to the inaugural round of the SSR Sarco GT Championship here at Zolder. We had a problem for 10 minutes, sorry about that. I thought I got all the testing got out of the way, but there was just one little problem. But we seem to be up and running. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. How are the visuals? Provisional poll so far have Mia 127.6. He leads from Addison just 600ths of a second. And we've got Willifant in third. 3 manufacturers, 5 manufacturers making up the top 5. 29 runners in the field. Let me know in the comment section if you can hear me. Need some confirmation on that side. Back to qualifying, so many cars on track, trying to give some footage to everybody. One of the Bentleys on the night. Grobler running around in 13th. Let me know if that audio is a little bit better. Saying my voice being drowned out by the sound of the cars. So just let me know. So just to give you a brief rundown of qualifying so far, with just under 10 minutes remaining, in fact 9 minutes remaining, Absmia is still the fastest lap so far tonight at 127.645. He's followed by Addison, just 600ths of a second away, and then Willifant 900ths of a second away, so 900ths of a second cover your top 3. Not going to get any closer than that. Then we've got Rowe 4th, Fenter 5th. Stradom in 5th. First of your Ferraris in 7th place, emerging from the pit lane. Kutsuya looking to improve, currently 10th. 9/10ths of a second adrift from where he'd want to be. See what's happening a little further back. D. Ali's. He has a really good livery, really nice livery, but he's not out on track, has not set a lap time. Then so no lap time from the car there in 29th. 28 cars have set lap times. Porsche seems to be a popular brand. There we go. That should sound a bit better. Let me know if that fixed it. Still no change at the front. That lap time of a 1. Oh, look at that. Wasn't paying attention. He did go quicker. That's a 1:27.2, getting into the low 27s. And Addison, who was very close, now all of a sudden is going to need to find 4/10. Will be asking himself, past a second, does he have it? So obviously just 6 minutes to go, and we'll be underway. Have a full formation lap, followed by a 45-minute sprint race. Obviously 6 rounds in the inaugural season 1. 3 of the rounds will be a 45-minute race, and 3 of the rounds will be a 90-minute race. I hope I'm getting that right. So for tonight, the first of the 45-minute race is classified as a sprint race. 1 mandatory stop will be required. Refueling is required. A tyre change is not mandatory. So it will be interesting to see what the guys do decide to do with the fuel. He was second and just a couple of hundredths away from pole, but now he's 4th. So he needs to find time if he's going to get back onto the front row of the grid. Rowan Fenter 5th and 6th. Stradom 7th, Beeson 8th. Adam in 9th. And Otten's 10th. Further back in the field. I think all the cars you see with a red block next to their name, they are relatively new to the game, or at least this version of the game maybe. So I know this one in 18, that's Gavin Vermaak. He's actually making his debut on the PC version of this game. Quite a seasoned campaigner when it comes to the PC, when it comes to the PS4 version. But giving it his first attempt tonight. I'm sure he'll really be enjoying being part of a field this large. 29 drivers. Great turnout for round 1. Man in second, currently in the pits. Kroblar third, just 2/10 of a second adrift. Beeson fourth, just 4/10, call it 4/10. Addison also 4/10. So this can still change. Does anyone have anything better than a 27.2 in them? That's the question. Everyone will be looking for something better than a 27.2. Near that provisional pole sitter, he is out on track, so still looking to improve on that time, not resting easy in the pit lane. This is Vermaak on debut tonight. Familiar brand, same car he uses on a Thursday night. Might be feeling just a little bit different than what he's used to, but I'm sure he is going to find pace as the season progresses. One of the faster runners on a Thursday. See, the names I'm not familiar with, I apologize, but by the end of the season I'll have a much better idea of who's who. Roblar still out there. He can still take provisional pole. That time is not much, just 2.5 tenths adrift. Same story for Beeson, just under 4 tenths. Addison just over 4 tenths. 1 second covers the top 12. A lot of guys in the pits. With just over a minute remaining, so everyone you see in the pit lane will not improve. They will either stay where they are, or if someone else can improve, they will get worse. Let's see, Roblar, currently third, can he improve? He would need to find 2.5 tenths in this Bentley. Give you a little bit of a view of what the driver will be seeing on this final lap. Giving it everything. Obviously he needs to find 2.5 tenths if he's going to take pole position, but he only needs to find 300ths of a second if he's going to push his way up onto the front row. Look at that. Adam comes up in another one of the Bentleys, takes third position. Absolutely no time difference there. Look at that, 400ths of a second to cover 3 cars. Qualifying almost over. If you have crossed the start finish line before the checkered flag fell, you will be able to finish the lap they're on. Roblar still seems to be pushing on this lap. He must know something, no it doesn't. He peels off into the pits. That's good enough for him. He's going to go fourth. See, where is Beeson? Is he going to try and improve or also peel off into the pits? Looks like he's missing his braking point. It's not, he's just going into the pits. So it doesn't look like we're having any dramatic improvements on the final lap. Track not as busy as I thought it would be in the closing stages of qualifying. The qualifying has come to an end. You can see that and the little time display on your top right hand side, just waiting for the remaining cars that are still out on circuit to finish their fast laps. Road trying to improve there right at the end, wasn't able to do so, and there we go. That is that for qualifying. So Abs Mia from Willifant, from Adam in third. Then we've got Krobler, fourth, Beeson fifth, Addison sixth. He was in second at a stage. Then we've got Rowe in seventh, wasn't able to improve. Had that final run right at the end. Venter eighth, Stradom ninth, and Ottens. That makes up your top 10. Then I've never had to go through a field this big, so outside the top 10. Fitzer 11th, Vermeulen 12th, Koper 13th, Vermaak 14th, Verkok 15th, P. Westhuizen in 16th. Then we've got Van Zyl in 17th, McGregor 18th, Lotus 19th, and Scott, I believe that's Scott Heidemann in 20th. Obviously now we just wait. This is a short period in between qualifying and the race. This will be where drivers are doing final adjustments to their setup, final calculations on the fuel, any strategy changes if necessary. Hopefully you're not doing that this late into proceedings. Seconds. Remaining in Belgium and we are going to spar for round 2. So just 20 seconds, you can see that there on your screen. You'll see when that clock reaches 0, we'll start a formation lap, a full formation lap around Zolder, and then we will have a rolling start. So you can see the cars getting going. This is the start of the formation lap. Lap, not a very long lap, not a very wide track, so you're going to want to get as much tire temperature as you can, brake temperature, get everything as heated up as well as possible, so that you can head into that turn 1 with this incredibly big field all around you. Have a bit of a problem here with my camera angles. I'll sort that out as soon as I can. Stuck on the car in 7th. So here we go. Slow down. We'll go into that final chicane. The other side of it, we'll have the main straight, and we'll be underway for what will be round 1 at Zolder, a 45-minute sprint race. All the guys approach this race. Here we go. Wait for the green light.
Pit window is open.
And we're off.
Green light, go.
There we go, that's better. We're on the way. 20 cars head into turn 1. Let's see if we can get a helicopter cam. There we go. A helicopter cam of a very busy race circuit. Absmea leads the race early on from Willifant. Frobler 3rd, Adam 4th. Then we've got Beeson, he's in 5th. The race already some cars spacing out. We've got field always changing. I'm going to commentate on positions too much in lap 1. Beeson leads now. See, I'm not going to mention too much on lap 1 because the timing screens are going crazy. Beeson does not lead, my apologies. Absmea still leads. And there goes a car sideways. Who was that? Couldn't see who that was. Saw a car going into the gravel at the front. These two getting away slightly. The faster you can break away, get some clean air, that's what you want to do. This is going to be a very busy race circuit. Just have a look down the field. Yes, 28 runners at the moment. We've got Coper in the pits. He is not currently running. So 28 of the 29 runners that participated in qualifying. We'll have a look if that car does later on emerge from the pits. Mia leads the race in his early stages from Adam. Murph leads from Bentley, from BMW. Lexus in fourth. That's Ottens, and he's followed closely by Stradom. Whole train of cars here, fourth down to seventh. Car 303 going up the inside of Bentley makes up a position that will put him in 8th place, I believe. Just wait for those time screens to update when he hits the next speed trap. Back at the front of the race, we've had some sort of, look at that, a mess, an absolute mess. What happened there? We have cars off the track, 3 cars off the track, another. Lap 1 and 2 have been a bit messy. Mia was leading this race. He's now in 5th place and on his way into the pits. So Adam now leads the race for Bentley from Stradom. The gap 1.5 seconds. He's got a nice advantage this early on. Great to see so many people in the stream. Lots of support. Adam leads from Stradom, 1.5 seconds is the gap, no change there. Beal in third, Fenter fourth. Man that was able to capitalize on a bit of the pandemonium up to fifth. Aaron Kutsia, car 303, just 8 tenths of a second behind Fenter. We're looking to get yet another position. Wolf on 6th, Otten 7th, top 8, Patterson 9th, and Lucas making up the top 10. Just outside the top 10, 11th place. Kyle Heidemann, I believe that is. Also someone who used to race over on the Thursday night at a stage, Beeson 12th. His race has changed significantly, he was higher up the order. Devin Ali's, we did not see a lap time from him in qualifying, or I didn't notice one. Doing pretty well in the early stages of the race, 13th place. We have a drive-through penalty, and he's not going to be impressed with that. We have a drive-through penalty, and we have stop-go penalties, all sorts of penalties popping up on my screen now, but the first one we saw was for the man who started on pole position and led the first couple of laps of this race. That was Abs Mia. He obviously then went into the pits and picked up a drive-through penalty. He's now returning into the pits to serve that. Another car with a penalty, BMW driver, car 43, Rowe. He gets a stop-go penalty, 30 seconds, which he is currently serving. So already lots of penalties. Just 3 laps down. Adam leads 2.6 seconds. Here's the gap at the front. 20 seconds straight on third. That's the podium positions so far. But after 3 laps, we can't be speaking of podium positions. See, everybody needs to do a mandatory stop. The window has already opened, so everybody who has that little green block next to their name, they do not need to pit again. Cap at the front, holding firm, 2.5 seconds, top 2. Not able to make up ground. in these early stages. Obviously this is not something I'm also used to. I'm also getting used to it. I'm used to the 90-minute iteration of this race that I commentate on a Thursday night. 45 minutes. It's a lot shorter. That's why it's a sprint race. You really got to think quick. It's not as much about the long game as it usually is. Leaf on 5th, Whelan 4th, 6th, Martin's 7th. Further down the field, we have 5 cars currently stationary in the pits. I'm not sure if all of those cars are still taking part in the race, or if some of them have been parked there for quite some time. We'll keep our eyes on the situation. 21st place, Witter. The usual name I commentate on. It's usually further up the grid on a Thursday night. Finds himself in 21st, but early stages in this race, so much can still happen. Obviously he has made that mandatory stop. Lots of cars ahead of him have not done so. So he will surely go off the field as soon as these cars start peeling off into the pits. Gap at the front grows now. It's grown by just over a second, 3.6 seconds from Adam to Fenter. Fenter's going to want to keep that in check. Doesn't want car to get too far away. If it's too far away, you lose the option of the overcut or the undercut. If the gap's too big, it's not going to make a difference. Maryland, just 7/10 of a second from straight on. Martin 6/10 of a second away from Pizza. We have battles all over track. Car number 118, Chris, currently in 18th. One of the several Ferraris on show. Popular brand on the night, Porsche. We ride here with McGregor, car 165. He has not served his mandatory pit stop just yet. Or behind him, it's here, he just dived into the pits. More and more cars now serving that mandatory stop. Top 13 cars have not done so as of yet. Adam still leads at the front. Gap grows ever so slightly, 2.9 seconds, just a touch of 4. Stradelman from Milan very close, just 2.5 tenths separates the two. The easiest track to pass on. Really got to be confident that you are definitely going to make the pass. First McLaren on the night, the top, in 6th place. Flurry of Bentleys and Aston Martins cover the top 5. We have 3 Bentleys and 2 Aston Martins in the top 5. Then the best of the rest is a McLaren. Houston goes up into 7th place. More and cars pit, you're going to see a lot of changes in the lineup over here. We have Abs, Mia, Rowe, Addison and Ali's all in the pits. They have not had any movement in quite some time. So I'm going to presume that they are done with this race. And we started with 29 runners, as you can see, just 26 there on your screen. So we, plus the guys that are in the pits, that means we have 22 drivers out on circuit. We have lost 7 of our initial runners that took part in qualifying. When the race started, we were missing one already. We started at 28. Not the end of the world. This is round 1. It's a learning curve for a few of these drivers. It's a learning curve for me in the comms box. And I'm sure as the season progresses, racing will only get better. Racing will only get closer. Disappointing to see that in the early laps of the race, but obviously under the territory. Zolder not the easiest. Stop-go penalty, 30 seconds for McGregor. That has come up on our screens, so he went and did his pit stop and managed to break the speed limit in the pit lane, and he's been penalised for doing so. Front, Adam still leads. Fenter 4.6 seconds. Adam will be happy with this result, getting the season underway, round 1. Almost completed 1/3 of this race. Interesting that so many people have done that mandatory stop already in the first third of the race. I was expecting some to take it a little further, maybe pit towards the end. I suppose if you have damage, it's really not an option. Top of your Ferrari runners, Beeson, currently running in 7th. We have a battle coming up on our hands. We've got a stop-go penalty. Well, let me just double check. I think we have another stop-go penalty for McGregor. I'm not sure what happened there. He served it, but it's come up on my screen a second time, so either it's a second warning or that's a second penalty. I've seen that in the past. The guys come in and serve the stop-go penalty, and in the process they break the speed again, so they get another. .7 seconds, gap getting ever bigger. Straight on still in 3rd, can't get past Fenter. But now Fenter has got a little bit of traffic ahead. It's a still 5th. Started the race outside the top 10, I believe. If I'm not mistaken, started in 11th or 12th. I'll be happy with this. 7 places up the order. His pit stop strategy has not come into play yet. He's still an orange block there next to his name. He has not served his penalty, as have none of the runners ahead of him. In fact, the top 11 have not pit. Everyone else in the field has. Adam from Fenter, 6.6 seconds, still growing. Straight on awfully close, just 0.6 of a second behind Fenter, but not get close enough to pull off the move. You almost need that car in front of you to make a bit of a mistake. You need an assist to make the pass happen. see what these guys see. We ride with car 394, that's straight on, chasing down the Bentley ahead of him, the Fender. Gap is 4 tenths of a second. And as you can see, he gets awfully close with that car ahead of him. Sticks to the racing line, doesn't make any mistakes. He can make it extremely difficult. It's not the widest race circuit. Stop and go for McGregor has been cleared. No penalties yet to be served. Everything has been cleared for now. Another battle on track is a battle between Ferrari and McLaren. It's Beeson versus the car. Battle for 6th place. Gap just over half a second. As you can see, a very similar scenario to the battle we saw off the road. Car in front really just needs to stay on his line. And that already makes it extremely difficult for the car behind to come up with anything creative. Yet to put. Let me know in the comment section how the game sound is coming through compared to my voice, because I'm getting some people saying the cars are too loud and other people saying the cars are too low. So let me know. I'm getting information that's contradicting itself. Let me know in the comment section how does my voice sound in comparison to the cars. Are the cars too loud? Are they too soft? Am I too loud? Am I too soft? Back to the racing. Adam leads from Fenter. From straight on, top 3 remains exactly the same. That gap is 7.6 seconds, so growing ever so slightly. Every single lap consistently. So trying to get past Beeson. Not much luck. He will be hoping now to stay as close as he can to the back of that car and maybe pass him in the pits. Pass him with the pit strategy. Have a look at some of the drivers outside the top 10. Oliphant for 187 in the Porsche, just outside the top 10. He's in 11th, and a few cars behind him. Yeah, blue flags. Not sure who's getting lapped. Heidemann, another one of the Porsches tonight. Maybe more popular brands, but as you can see from performance, seems like you want to be in a Bentley or an Aston Martin. Bentley and Aston Martin still cover the top 5. "22 runners from the 28 that started in the race. 29 drivers took part in qualifying. 28 drivers started the race. So we lost somebody in that transition, and then we have lost 6 drivers since then. It's a very eventful first couple of laps. It's up to everybody to be watchful, especially in those opening laps of the race, before the race is able to settle down into any momentum. That's when the most crazy things are bound to happen. And unfortunately on this occasion there was a bit of carnage, but things have settled down. Adam was able to take the lead of the race and he hasn't given it up since. Venter hasn't given up second, though he's been under tremendous pressure throughout the race. Just off the podium positions. He's not too far from the podium positions, just a second adrift from Stradom. Obviously all of these cars I'm speaking of still need to do their mandatory stops. Seems like all of these guys going pretty late into the race, maybe having a splash and dash at the end. Familiar with anyone's strategies. I think as the season goes on we'll get an idea of who likes to go long on their tires. For the time being I'm just too unfamiliar with too many names. Cameron there in the comment section, obviously welcome to the stream. Just mentioning just the one Honda in the field, that's right. And there are some manufacturers that, well, they're not here at all. Bentley and Aston Martin seems to be the way to go, at least for Zolder. Will that be the case in Spa-Francorchamps? Not really sure at this stage, but what I can tell you about Spa-Francorchamps is it's a very different race circuit. 7.1 kilometers, extremely long lap. Just an hour's drive from Zolder. Stradom, he is in the pits. That was the man in third place, eventually getting tired of trying to get past. Venter second, Adam still leads. Gap at the front, 10 seconds. Really nice cushion to have going into that round of pit stops. Doesn't need to worry too much if his pit stops a little bit longer. Really nice cushion, 10 seconds. That pit stop from Stradom, obviously Vermeulen and Kutzer have been promoted to 3rd and 4th place respectively. Decent 5th, top Ferrari so far. De Kock 6th, top McLaren. Patterson 7th. The only BMW left in the field. I don't believe we started with one BMW, we had more. Willifont 8th, Stradom 9th after his pit stop. Let's see where he came out. See, the last thing you want is to do that pit stop and then come out in a train of cars that are fighting each other, because that is going to cost you serious time. This outlap is extremely important, you've got to get it right. He is obviously in a race with Venter. Venter has stayed out. Venter getting through there now, lapping. One of the Aston Martins that are down the order. Adam from Venter from Vermeulen puts a 4th, De Kock 5th. Now Beeson dives into the pits. Patterson up into 6th, Willifont into 7th. Wonder how long these pit stops will take. How much time are these guys losing in the pits? It will be good to know. Obviously, if there is any damage on that car and he chooses to repair it, the pit stop is going to be quite a bit longer depending on the severity of the damage in question. Adam still leads from Fenta. Guys at the front all waiting for the next guy to pull the trigger. The Cock, top running McLaren, he comes into the pits currently in 5th place. As you can see here, I was going to say this is an opportunity for Patterson obviously to promote himself. Go past the Cock while the Cock is stationary in the pits, but he ran horribly wide at that final chicane and that's going to cost him. We have a drive-through penalty for car number 1. That's Moolman, currently 16th. He has a drive-through penalty for, I believe, continuous corner cutting. Adam, your leader, comes into the race on lap 18. Just over a third of the race to go, and he has chosen to come into the pits. Let's see how long he spends in the pits. Fenta has since taken the lead of the race. Doesn't appear that way on your timing screen, but I assure you he has. Speaking of Adam, he is on his way. Shortish pit stop, and he's back on the road. Fenta leads from Vermeulen. Adam, who's led this race for a majority of the time, he gets back on the track in 4th. And now your top 3 runners, Fenta, Vermeulen, Kutsa, all 3 yet to make their mandatory stop. Car number 8, the SSR liveried Porsche of Guetta, currently 17th. One of the guys that actually goes back and forth in ACC between the PC version and the PS4 version. Not the easiest thing to do. Not a bad return to PC then. 17th for the time being. You'll get faster as the season progresses. Another man I was interested to see how he would do tonight was Vermaak. But as you can see on that timing sheet, he is one of the drivers that has left us. He was making his debut on PC here tonight, and I'm sure we will see him back next week in Belgium again. Spa-Francorchamps. Couldn't be a more different circuit. And will we see a repeat of a Bentley Aston Martin show? Or will a different set of manufacturers be suited to that track? 6 rounds in this championship. A lot can happen. We ride with the Bentley of Fenta, who dives into the pits. That is your leader. He's coming into the pits. Where's Vermeulen? He was in 2nd. He stays out. Where is Kutsa? He stays out. So Fenta has pit. He is stationary. He's not yet stationary in the pits. He's on the way to his pit box. This will be an agonizing time coming into the pits. You still hear the roar of the engines when the cars fly past you down the pit straight. And each time you hear an engine, you think, is that a position? He'll want to get out there as soon as he can. And there we go. He drops off the jacks and he's underway. The invisible jacks. Does he rejoin in third, or will he lose another position to Adam? Remember, Adam was leading this race before this round of pit stops commenced. Venter is on the pit exit. Where is Adam? And he's got him. Look at that. Adam led this race for the longest time, but Venter has definitely jumped him in the pits. So, or has he? My timing screen's playing tricks on me. Top two, yet to pit. Vermeulen and Pizza. One Aston Martin. Who will pit first? Who will pull the trigger first? Not Pizza for now. He stays out. Vermeulen now into the pits. Further back down the order, car 64, the only remaining BMW. Coming under pressure from what appears to be a McLaren. It's not matching up with what I see on my timing sheet. Vermeulen still in the pits. No, he's not. He's been dropped off the jacks and he's on his way to the pit exit now. Let's see where he emerges. Where is Adam? Sorry about the confusion with Adam and Venter. Adam did maintain his lead. It's just my timing screen's playing tricks on me. Adam maintained his lead by 15.6 seconds. And now Vermeulen comes out on circuit. And third, I think it's third place. Let's just wait until the timing screen settles down. 22 laps into this race. Just over 10 minutes remaining. And your leader started in 11th. Car 303. Goes through the chicane once more, does not pit. He's going to stay out there a little longer. His next few laps in clean air will be crucial for him. Messy midfield here that we're joining. The SSR liveried Porsche. Very busy racetrack, great to see. Fortunate that we lost a few. I'm sure everyone will be back for round two. At the front, Kutzer still leads. We wait for him to pit. Ride on board with your current leader. 23 laps into the race. He has not done his mandatory stop. One of only two cars in the field not to have done their mandatory stop. Does he go into the chicane once more? Does he go straight off into the pit lane? No, he doesn't. Stays out a little longer. Crucial for him to get as many fast competitive laps as he can in the clean air before going into the pits. Adam is in second, Venter third, Vermeulen fourth, Oliphant in fifth, breaking up the Bentley Aston Martin party a little bit. This is Goethe in 14, car number 8. Good indication. If you don't play the game yourself, that's what the drivers can see from cockpit view. It's not much. And another time around the chicane and down the straight. It's still not stopping. 25 laps now into the race. Car 303 trying something very different to everyone else on track. I said he was one of two cars not to have pit. The other one was the BMW of Patterson. Patterson has pit on the previous lap, so your leader, the only driver on track not to have pit. His lead to Adam, 19 seconds. So he will not be able to re-emerge from the pits in the lead, but he's going to be trying to get himself as far up the field as possible. Venter in third. Newland just 2.6 seconds adrift from the podium position, so he hasn't given up just yet. Still a chance. One of the drivers from Eleanor there, that's Cullen, currently in 10th place. Just to make note of his drive so far. He started in 21st. Nice drive for him so far. It's 5 minutes remain. There is your leader. He is in the pits. Where is Adam? Adam is going into turn 1. Where is Venter? Venter's coming down the pit straight. And there you can see Kutsia just getting underway in the pit lane. We can see it from the helicopter cam as Venter goes past. Where is Willifant? Can he also make up a position? He's gone into turn 1. And here we go. We're going to have to just wait until the timing screen stabilizes so I can tell you where Kutsia actually came out. Timing screen currently says he is in second, but he's not. There we go. Down the order, down the order, down the order. Let's go back to the front. Not a lot of time remaining in this race, just over 4.5 minutes to go. Adam leads the race with 26 laps completed. That's the Bentley car 99. He's followed by Venter, another one of the Bentleys, car number 42. And then we have a Porsche in third place of Willifant. Saw him start higher up the order, then he found himself lower down the order, but didn't give up at any stage, got his head down and did what needed to be done. He's back in a podium position. Corbella in 4th place, just out of those podium positions. Oh, so close. Not long to go now, 3.5 minutes. And here Adam, he took full advantage of carnage at the start of the race, and then never put a foot wrong again. Led the race, pitted, came out in the lead. Now it's lap 27, and he just needs to finish things off. Comment there from M3 in the comment section. Great drive from Olifant to read here in the commentary box. Fantastic drive by him. Started a little higher up the order, and things didn't look too good at a certain point in the race, but he chose to continue, and it was definitely worthwhile. Adam now on lap 28. Further back. It's a whole smattering of cars here. I'm not sure if are these for position. Yes, it is for position. He's just 0.3 of a second behind Vermeulen. So he'll be trying to get himself back into 6th place. Lost a few positions when he came out of the pits. I think before all of the pit stops he would have been 5th, and when he came out he was 7th, so he's at least reclaimed one of those 2 spots. He's back into 6th. Almost done, 1.5 minutes to go. Obviously when we will get a notification on our screens when the leader is on his final lap, so we'll keep our eyes on that. 21 runners still in the field. It's been a difficult race, a difficult 45-minute sprint race. It was getting very busy in the beginning. And I haven't spoken about him enough either, but he's been in 2nd for a great part of this race. Hasn't done enough to catch the car ahead of him, but he's done enough to stay out of the claws of the rest of the field. Strong 2nd place for him. And then Olifant, final podium finisher. Also, great drive so far. Off the podium, Krobler, 4 seconds adrift. You can see the timing screen in your top right hand side. 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Where is your race leader? There we go, your race leader has finished. The clock ran out just before he finished the line, so he didn't need to do another lap. And Adam has won the race. The inaugural SSR Sarco GT Championship. Season 1, Round 1 at Zolder. It's been won by Adam in the Bentley, and it's going to be a Bentley 1-2 for good measure. Fenter comes home in 2nd, Olifant 3rd, Krobler 4th. Stradom comes home in 5th, Kutzer comes home in 6th, Vermeulen 7th, Ottens comes home in 8th. We're going to start seeing some guys get classified down the order because they're a lap behind, but that's Ottens 8th, waiting for the Cox to come through in 9th. In the top McLaren on the night. And then Pullen. Fantastic drive from him. Started in 21st spot. Sure, all the carnage and retirements did assist him, but raced hard, and he's going to bring it home in a top 10 position from starting 21 on the grid in a field of 28. Rather impressive that he stayed out of trouble, and it proves that it's possible. So just to go through that field for you, Adam winning the inaugural round of SSR Sarco Championship. Venter coming in 2nd, it's a Bentley 1-2, then Olifant flying the flag for Porsche there in 3rd. Krobler 4th, and my times have disappeared. That was a lot quicker than I expected. Unfortunately, I can't go through that field for you. I'll know that for the next round. I'll take a screenshot. But I want to thank everybody who's joined us for round one. Something maybe I'm looking at introducing at a later stage is maybe interviewing the top 3 drivers of the day. But we'll see how that goes later on into the season. I want to thank everyone who joined us. We will be back next week at the same time in Belgium yet again, but this time for Spa. Going to be a very different race. Guys will have done a little bit more practice, and I'll see you then. Thank you to everyone who joined us here tonight. Next week. Cheers, guys.